Hey man, let's go ahead and get into it. In my last video, I talked about my my top candidates for being a championship contender, and this video I will be talking about my top candidates of my top dark horse candidates that's heading to next season. Now, these teams may not surprise you because, like I said, you gotta have continuity, you gotta have great coach, great scheme in place on both sides of the ball, or one or the other, right? And like I said, gotta have that QB. Got to have that QB in place to take you to that next level. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So my first team on this list, I would be talking about. I feel this is a no-brainer as well. That's the Green Bay Packers. Now the reason why I can't fully put them in championship contending status because we gotta see another year of Jordan Love. We gotta see that this is going to be like the third QB that they have in a row that's going to be maintaining dominance, or we're gonna see if he's gonna have a down year because of more defense is gonna be more prepared for him and stuff like that. We'll see. Everything is like a wait and see game. Wait and see, yeah, something like that. See, wait. I don't know how you want to say it, but we're just gonna be waiting on how the Jordan Love develop into his second full season and starting, and hopefully the skill group players, like I said, they not the strongest, but they're like as a group though they are very good. Now they don't have that stand-up wide receiver one, like most elite QBs do, but with this skill group, I feel like it'd be just fine. Then you have Musgrave, and then you have that other tight end. I think he's more like a blocking tight end. But Luke Musgrave, he's another receiving threat that he's kind of like a Mike Gesicki almost. Like he can win in any part of the field, but his main liability is probably blocking. So that's why they drafted two tight ends in the 2023 draft. But the defensive side of the ball, I think they are Devondre Campbell. They still got Jair Alexander, who I thought was going to be traded from them because I thought they couldn't afford him. They're gonna see another season of development for Quay Walker. They still got Gary in the interior lineman. They still got did I say Gary interior lineman? Is it no? I don't know. Clark is the interior lineman, and Rashawn Gary is the the edge. Like I said, they lost Devondre Campbell. They still got Savage. They just signed a safety, Xavier McKinney from the Giants. They signed him in free agency. That was a great pickup by them because now instead of relying on maybe older vets or mid-tier talent, now you go out and get one of the best safeties in the league to help shore up that position. And really, like I said, if everything falls into place, they got Matt LaFleur, they got Jordan Love, who's showing elite traits. They picked up Josh Jacobs because they're gonna try to change up their run scheme, and hopefully that turns out well for them. Because they ended up with Aaron Jones walk and let him go to a division rival. So we'll see how that goes. And like I said, the defensive side of the ball is not bad. It's good to great, but I don't think it's not in that elite tier yet, in my opinion. But if everything goes well, I see the Green Bay Packers playing in the NFC Championship game and potentially going to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. This team we're talking about is an interesting team because this is a team that no one expected to break out last season the way they did, and that is the Houston Texans. Now, I'm not gonna front. The Houston Texans are one step away to actually being the real deal because they picked up Daniel Hunter, they picked up Nico Archer, even though he unfortunately got suspended for 6 games for using PEDs or whatsoever. But they're gonna have another development in Derek Stingley. They got that safety Petrie. They got now they weakness is definitely gonna be the DB2 position because we're not sure how that's going to go. Because I think they drafted DB from Georgia if I'm correct, but folks really didn't like how he didn't flash on tape. So that's why folks is just it's just a way to see approach with him. To be honest with you, their offense though picking up Stephon Diggs, that would be good. Now, in my opinion, the way how he ended both his team with the Buffalo Bills, I didn't like it. Especially like if he catch that ball, the Bills will be in the conference championship game. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But pairing him up with another QB and CJ Stroud, I feel like that would be good for him. They still got Nico Collins, Noah Brown. He's like, I was surprised about how good flashes he showed last year, especially since how he ended his team with the Cowboys. They still got Brevin Jordan. They still got Dalton Schultz, who had a resurgence, especially the way he ended his Cowboys team, because folks did not like him after a while. They just want the young tight ends to play. That's on their roster, who actually showed up well last year. But I'll get into them more later, hopefully. But yeah, the Texans are like the real deal. And hopefully, like with another season of Ben Slowick, he coming back, producing the offensive side of the ball. We all know about D'Amico Ryan's excellence on the defensive end, on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully, they can be more consistent this season, and hopefully, like year 2 of folks scouting for C.J. Stroud, hopefully they can overcome the early season struggles that may appear, but we'll see. But yeah, this Texas team is definitely gonna be one of the most slept on teams in the league for sure. Another team that I feel like has a dark horse candidate, and they've been a really good regular season team, but they just haven't shown it in the playoffs the last couple of years, and that is the Miami Dolphins. Now, if the Miami Dolphins could somehow figure out how to play in like the cold weather and stuff like that, this team will be elite. And if Tua can figure out and be more consistent, this team can be an actually legitimate championship contender. But the reason they're a dark horse is because of Tua, like kind of like up and down play, and then also injury, because they lost Jalen Fields to injury, season-ending injury last year. They lost what's his name, Bradley Chubb to a season-ending injury last year. Jalen Ramsey, he came back from injury, last year as well. Yeah, and they lost Xavier Howard because I guess he got too old and too expensive. So, yeah, it's a lot of question marks that need to be had with this Dolphins roster and how good and consistent they're going to try to be in the future. But the offensive side of the ball is just too talented, bro. Like, they have Tyreek Hill, they have Jalen Waddle. They have other receivers that I just cannot think of right now. I know he signed Willie Snead, who basically took like a year off. I mean, his last stint was like what? Oh, I don't think about another Willie Snead. I'm probably thinking about another Willie Snead. But yeah, I think he played for the Ravens at one point, if I'm correct. But we'll see. But yeah, this team is like very talented. They also got like Raheem Mostert, and they got Devon Achane in the backfield. Like, this team is very talented on the offensive side of the ball. And also, they got pieces on the defensive side, but they're not healthy right now. So, we're going to see how the Miami Dolphins perform next year. And if they come together, gel, and stay healthy, this is definitely going to be a slept-on team. They just got to put it together. That's all it is. Last team we're talking about, and this team ended their playoff run in disaster. They ended their season in disaster. But in terms of development, they picked up new free agents and stuff like that, bringing back old guys and stuff like that, and bringing in a new coaching staff. I feel this is going to help them a ton. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. Bringing in Kellen Moore to help with the offensive side of the ball, bringing in Vic Fangio for the defensive side of the ball. I feel like those are two great additions that's going to help them in the long run. Picking a Saquon Barkley free agency, stealing him from the division rival, excellent. That's how you do it. Getting C.J. Gardner-Johnson back from the Detroit Lions to help with the defensive side of the ball. Okay, you're going somewhere. Fletcher Cox, he retired, but guess what? They got Jordan Davis. They got Jalen Carter right there, right? They lost Hassan Reddick, right? No problem. They brought in what's his name? Bryce Huff? Yeah, I believe that's his name, Bryce Huff. They still, Brandon Graham, this is going to be his last season in the league. They still got Darius Slay, they still got James Bradbury, even though they probably still trying to get rid of him and try to be younger in that position. They still got Khalid Ringo, who's a young DB they had from who they got from Georgia. So yes, they got Jalen Hurts still. They still got Wayne Johnson. They got Jordan Mailata, Jordan Mailata, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say. They still, what's not Cole Strange. They still got Leonard Dickerson. That's who they have. It's gonna be I think they got Cam Jurgens, who's gonna be that new center that's gonna be replacing Jason Kelsey this upcoming season. Because the reason why they drafted Cam Jurgens, if I hope that's his name, that they drafted in 2023 when they basically asked like, how do you feel? How they asked how Jason Kelsey felt about the Eagles potentially drafted his replacement, and he said he felt great about it because he knew his time was coming up anyways. So they wanted to get somebody to play right there, learn from Jason Kelsey, learn how he prepared and work every day, and then you bring in the new guy. Now it's not like a hard transition. Now it can be much smoother, hopefully with a year of preparation for the job. But yeah, this offensive line is still going to be good. I feel like, in my opinion, they still got Dallas Goedert. They still got the best weapons in the league that anybody can have in AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, for example. And like I said, they got Saquon Barkley. This team is talented. Only thing I gotta say, hopefully with the new coaching staff, this can actually turn the tide in them being a championship favorite. Because they were just like in the Super Bowl in 2023. Like they was like right there. But it all depends on how everything goes. So hopefully you guys like this video. I know this video probably much shorter than my Contenders video because I had a lot more to say about those teams compared to these teams. All these teams is basically banking on development within, and hopefully the new coaching staff changes some of these teams made. Hopefully they come to fold and help the talent develop. So hopefully you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy Trail ML.